Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Always nice to speak to Beefy, Mr. Liam Smith. How are you, brother?
Good, mate, you?
Good. Yeah, good, thank you. Here in London, first things first, we heard that sort of he was going to evoke the rematch clause back in January and then talks in February. We're finally here now. It has taken a bit of time. Just from your discussions, Ben Shalom said that there were other fights being spoken about, but this was the main one, really, another big money fight. Your thoughts? Are you surprised he's taken it straight away?
I said there's loads of ways I can answer it. Yeah and no. Yeah, I feel he had to save face. No. No, he had to take this rematch to save face. Yes, because I know they were trying to make the Conor Ben fight, so all that's gone now and the rematch is on.
What do you think is different this time from Chris? He's not really said about how he's going to box or anything. We keep hearing the talk about the elbow, etc. Weight not really being too much of a factor, but what do you believe he has to do differently against you this time?
Of course he's got to come differently because he's just being stopped. He's got to do something different, he's got to change something, but he played everything down. He was calm and quiet and made laugh and joke. He brought a few cheerleaders with him to laugh at everything he said, to make it a bit of a light-hearted press conference. But wow, it was embarrassing what I heard today. He blamed the referee. I thought he was going to say the 50% or the elbow or even the weight. All them three things did get mentioned, but he also blamed the referee too, which is laughable because the whole arena, the whole of boxing knew you got given the best chance possible after that first knockdown. You could have easily have been stopped.
Do you feel like when you're preparing for a rematch, right, you go and you regroup and you look at what happened in the first fight, do you feel that there's so much talk around the elbow, around the referee, etc., that he's going into the fight almost feeling like there's not much to change?
If that's his case, so be it, and I'll do the exact same again to him. He can't fight me like that. He makes too many mistakes. But that's not for Chris and Chris's team. Chris is just don't know. By the sound, they've got no communication with his team. I'm getting told now he fought the wrong tactics. He also hasn't spoke to his team about throwing the towel in because they were about to throw the towel in also. Just let Chris do Chris. I'll do me away from the cameras. I'll prepare properly like I always do, and I'll be ready come June 17th.
Liam, obviously this fight's always going to have a good build-up, but then after this, I know you don't want to overlook anything, but the world is your oyster. People wrote you off years back and you now sit yourself as one of the best in Britain. I think a lot of people actually always believed that you had it in you. It was just getting the opportunities and them always prevailing. How proud are you of the return to stardom in British boxing almost?
Yeah, look, again, I'll probably sit and I'll have a better conversation with you when I'm done. But to sit and think what I've done and what I'm still doing, at this age, the level I'm at 34 years of age, I've been pro 15 years. I think it's 15 or 16 years in October. I made my debut. It's 15 years October I made my debut. I feel it's some goal when you take myself out of my own shoes. If you looked at what I've done and what I'm still doing, I've been the best 154 for a number of years, and I'm the best 160 now in Britain too. So yeah, I am, quietly proud of myself when I think of it that way and when it gets mentioned. But I'm not finished yet.
I believe you're a free agent after this fight. Does this mean that you're I know you would have been happy with the job that Boxer have done for you in delivering these fights, but open the door to exploring potential other fights? Do you maybe look at a Conor Ben fight down the line? Yeah,
look, I've done a deal with Boxer. It was a 2-fight deal with an option, and this is Boxer's option. After this, I'm a free agent, so I'll speak to whoever wants to speak to me, really. Obviously I'll sit down with Boxer and Ben and see what they've got to offer me, and anybody else who wants to speak to me, I'm a free agent after this fight.
A little bit curious, Ben spoke about there being other big fights for you other than the Eubank 2 that were in discussion at the rematch. Are you able to shed any light as to what those fights were?
I presume he just means Janibek. I was ordered to fight Janibek, but I was also tied into this rematch, so that's all I'm thinking he means. There's Brooke, there's Billy Joe Saunders, but they're both not ready till September, so I presume he only meant Janibek.
I feel like almost with that though, that even you get a win here and then all of those fights are still there?
Yeah, of course, like I said before, and I speak to the WBC, they've still got me number one at 154. If that's an option, if Charlo vacates, or
you still could go down to 150.
Of course, yeah, I've got a great nutritionist in Carl Evans. I've got a great team around me. I feel I can still do 154 if needs be, with the right time. So, I'm not I'm not going to, ruin my options at 154 either. I'll stay at 154 or 160.
Liam, it was certainly very emphatic last time round. They said up on the press conference this time could it be even more emphatic. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I feel, I know I can hurt Chris now. Chris doesn't know he can hurt me. Chris has never hurt me. I know I can hurt Chris, and I've done it in front of, thousands and millions of people. So, I'm confident if I land early, I'll get him out of there. If I land late, but I'm confident I've got 12 rounds now to take my time, and I know eventually I can get Chris out of there.
Liam, just finally from me, I know with Chris he's always a character who never gives too much away. Last time there was a KFC jacket held 50%, all this and all that. What do you take from the way he behaved at the press conference today? Is there anything in looking in his eyes? We saw the pair of you sort of exchange a few words at the face-off. Compared to the first fight, do you feel like you're fighting a different man, a defeated man?
No, I feel like I'm fighting a more humble man because he's been humbled, and that's why he tried to play everything down. That's why there was no verbals from him today. That's why it was light-hearted. It was, a little bit of a, I'm not going to use the word banter. It was just a little bit like, it was quiet. And I just feel that's because he's been humbled and he can't come with anything loud or anything ridiculous because he'll get laughed at.
He's knocked out here. Is that the end of his career?
Definitely. But Chris being Chris, it probably won't be.
Liam, it's always a pleasure, mate. The family have always been fantastic to me. Ooh. Fucking hell. The family have always been I'm fine, yeah. Have always been fantastic to me. Thank you for your time. Final message to fans ahead of this big fight, and I'm fucking concussion.
Yeah, make sure you just tune in, obviously. The last fight, the last atmosphere was something special, but this one we'll give you an even better one.
Liam, top man, thank you, mate.